Hello there, and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered, and this time we're taking a look at the 1999 Mazdaspeed RX-7 GTC. This is a concept car produced by a Mazdaspeed based on the RX-7 A-Spec, which we've obviously already seen go around the course. This was inspired by JGTC race cars from Mazda. Apparently they tried to make road-going versions of these, but it never really happened for one reason or another. It is a very cool RX-7 in history, however it does have to be said this is the ugliest car in Gran Turismo 2. Now I'm not talking about the RX-7 itself, it looks fine. I'm talking about the model. You might see it sort of glitching out a little bit here. Yeah, it gets even worse in game. If you want to skip this episode because this car looks as bad as it does, as you'll see in a second, the tyres completely clip through it, I would understand. I have no idea how I'm going to get a thumbnail with this, but we'll see. In terms of actual sort of how it's going to be, this is the most powerful RX-7, which is scary. You see, RX-7s are very good around this course. They're far better than Supras in terms of controllability, and actually they handle their power better than Skylines, in my opinion. The problem is that all of the quickest RX-7s we've had have usually gone around 500 horsepower, usually slightly under. After you hit about 500 horsepower, that's when they really start spinning the power away and there's just no point. This is that. 692. I'm not expecting good things out of this, but I guess we'll see. Front engine rear wheel drive, 692 horsepower, 1,139 kilos. If this car looks familiar to you, by the way, we have already ran the LM edition of this vehicle, and that was very, very quick, far quicker than the GT1 carryover RX-7 LM edition. So, yeah, if this doesn't do too well, at least there is one GTC that has done well. To find out, also, you can see how badly the tyres clip through it. It is terrible. To find out how quick the Mazdaspeed RX-7 GTC is, it's going to get 6 laps off the Motorsports Land at track in order to set the best time it possibly can. Currently, it is the Suzuki Escudo Pace Peak car. That's at a time of a 25.696. This car unlikely to beat that. In terms of where this is going to go, difficult. Depends how controllable it is. Which, as of right now, it feels okay, but it also feels about 5 minutes away from, or 5 seconds away from deciding to snap. The A-Spec on which this car is based set a time of a 29.586, I think it was. I'm not expecting this to be as quick as that, 30.198 on its first flyer. There is no doubt, especially now, it's not going to be the slowest RX-7, for certain. That was the Touring X, I think, is the slowest, though, 31.334. But yeah, I feel like this is going to be one of those cars that is going to be wildly all over the place with the actual overall lap time it sets. I've got to try not to be distracted by how bad this car's model got messed up. I mean, seriously, how did this even happen? Like, was this car just a very late addition to the game? Did they, like, I don't know, I don't remember the LM edition being this bad. So I have no idea how this ended up the way it did. But it does look terrible. It really does. Again, really shame, because this is a cool RX-7. Very cool piece of history. As a lot of the RX-7s in this game are, you know. RX-7s have quite a diverse range of body styles, considering they looked virtually identical for like the entire 13 years they were on sale. You know, you've got the GTCs, you've got the RE and Memia in this game, you've got the 15th anniversary edition based LM edition. You know, there's lots of interesting, unique styles for the RX-7, and this is definitely one of them, but yeah, just for some reason forsaken with a truly terrible model. I'd love to know what the reasoning behind how bad this looks is, and also why GT2 Plus hasn't fixed it. Usually they fix stuff like this. So, yeah, a bit of a bizarre one. Anyway, so we seem to be having a bit of a stonker of a final lap here. Wow. Alright, I'll eat my words on that one. I'm not ashamed to either. God, that was scary. That was a perfect final lap, I think. I was actually thinking while I was doing that I'm not being quick enough in that final sector, but actually, as it turns out, I was. Yeah, thumbnail on this is gotta be this might be one of those cars where I have to sort of record a separate replay file and basically like literally stick it perfectly perpendicular to the camera so it doesn't... Actually, if it's leaping through the air, technically the tyres aren't touching the ground, so they can't go through the model. Maybe that's the key play on this. Yeah, I knew I was slightly slow on that final sector, but I can't believe that went as well as it did. I'm not gonna lie. Oh man, I'll take it though. I'll definitely take that to the bank and cash it in, but my god, that was not looking good. The fact he got under 30 surprises me, but yeah, I knew if you could hook a lap up in that, you know, obviously, just because someone has 690 horsepower, if you can really hook a lap up, it can be just as quick as a car with 530. I can't help but feel how much quicker this car probably would be and how much nicer it'd be to drive with just the Stage 3 kit on it instead of the mad Stage 4 kit I imagine this has. But no, very, very good. 29.595 will place this into 142nd place. Goes in between the Nissan Pulsar GTI-R rally car and the Mitsubishi Galant. It is quicker than R33 Skyline, R32 V-Spec 2, Shelby Cobra Daytona, Evo 3, Roof BTR 2. It's only slightly slower than that RX-7 A-Spec, which again, just for a reminder, that car has 192 less horsepower than this. That car has a whole BMW 328i less power than this, and it's quicker. And I can imagine if this had a BMW 328i less amount of power, it'd be even quicker. Yeah, I mean, in terms of RX-7s, it's not the quickest. The quickest is the Type RB from 96, which still doesn't make any sense to me why that one's so much quicker than the rest of them are, but it is, so that's the way it goes. Yeah, I'm quite shocked about that. I'll take it, but I am shocked. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time when I'll be driving something completely different. Until then, farewell.